1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did you have for breakfast?
Nothing. I had no time.
You're a busy man, Jose, busy man.
Pep did 100 points.
Yeah.
I did 100 points in Spain. I'm not going to judge my team by winning or not winning the FA Cup. My friends, they think I am a funny guy.
So we are building up to the FA Cup final. It's 2 seasons now at Manchester United for you. How's the job lived up to expectations for you?
Difficult as I was expecting. So no surprises for me. I was expecting obviously a difficult job because I was analyzing the recent history of the club before I arrived. So no surprise that was going to be hard, but great motivation and really happy.
You've been in the city now for 2 years as well. Does it feel at home here? I know you're still living in a hotel, but do you feel like you've been, this is a terrible word, have you been Manchesterized? Do you understand the sort of the heartbeat of the people here?
The apartment is in the Lowry Hotel, but I live in a fantastic apartment. That would be difficult for me to find a better one. So I live in fantastic conditions. Don't feel sorry for me in relation to that. I feel at home at the ATC. The training ground is like home for me. I spend lots of hours in here, and like in any other city where I've worked before, I really don't get the best from the cities because my life is football.
Yes! Yes! Foul! Yes!
Has the job changed you at all, do you think, the 2 seasons here already?
Change me?
Yeah.
Maybe for better. Not for worse, for sure.
In what ways then?
You know, it's always an accumulation of experiences. That is what a career is. My career as a manager is 18 years. We just a few months after leaving Chelsea twice without working, but just for a few months. So I could say 18 seasons in a row, different clubs, different countries. And it's an accumulation of experience. So I think experience after experience, if you are intelligent enough to learn, you can only become better.
The reason I asked you about you changing, because I don't think we see you, we don't see the Jose Mourinho knee slides down the side of the pitch anymore. I don't know whether that's because you're a bit older now and maybe it would hurt the knees, but have you quietened down a little bit, do you think?
I learn with the experiences. I learn how to control my emotions in a different way. I'm not saying that I will never slide again. I'm not saying that I will not run 50 meters to celebrate a goal, but
you need a moment that produces that.
Must be the moment that produces that, and I don't think anything new can happen in my career. Everything is a little bit a deja vu. If I lose in the last minute, I did it already. If I win in the last minute, I did it already. There is nothing new. It's an accumulation of experiences, and I'm getting that in a different way. A few months ago, I was laughing and joking that I would deserve the award for the better manager in terms of discipline on the touchline.
Yes.
But was not a total joke, because I think the season was perfect. I was sent off once against Southampton when I put one foot inside of the pitch, but it was not a discipline question. No problems because of my comments before or after matches. Good behavior. I think the dimension of my club also helped me with that, because I felt that being representing Manchester United, I had to be an example at that level. I think if I change, I change for better, because the way you behave has no relation with the passion, has no relation with the ambition. It's just a question of the way you control your emotions.
If you've seen it all, what is it that drives you on? Where does that passion to succeed come from? If you've seen everything in football,
You know, it's just my nature, and you know, I think that if I was not a successful manager, I would be a successful something, a successful PE teacher, a successful I don't know. I would be always a person with a drive, with his nature, and you know, probably the color of my hair doesn't tell the truth. Maybe people think I am much older than I am. Maybe because I arrived in high-level football very, very young. Maybe people think I am 66. I'm not 66. I'm 55, and even for the ones that don't like me so much, they are going to have me for many more years.
Young goes for it, and Young finds the top corner. Fantastic goal by Marcus Rashford. Lukaku. Oh my word! Nemanja Matic. And Manchester United have completely turned it around.
you talked recently about the evolution of the team, the change of the team over the time that you've been here, particularly this season. How close is the current Manchester United team to the team that you want, a Jose Mourinho team?
You know, Jose Mourinho team doesn't exist because Jose Mourinho team will never exist. Because Jose Mourinho team is perfection and there is no perfection. So even when I had amazing football teams and even after winning trebles like I did a couple of times, I never had what I call the perfect team. I always looking for better. So in here, I'm far from having what would mean a Jose Mourinho team, but 2 years of work in a very competitive league with teams that were ready to attack titles in a much better way than Manchester United was when I arrived. So I'm happy with what I'm giving. I'm really happy with what I'm giving.
Okay, maybe a better question would be, how close are you maybe for challenging to a title with this side? Can it happen next season?
Which title?
The Premier League title.
The Premier League title, Manchester City needs to do less points because it's not possible for my team next season to do 101 points.
So if they replicate that, you can't match that?
No. So they need to do less points and we need to improve and do better than we did last season. But I don't want to do it at Manchester United, Manchester City, because for other clubs, they have the same ambitions as we have. Some of them in this moment with more potential and with the good thing, which is from less pressure from the outside. And that is a very important condition to work, is when people does that without responsibility, because responsibility in football pays a price and not everybody is ready to cope with that, and some people need to learn how to cope with that, especially football players when they arrive for the first time in a club with that backpack full of history, of responsibility.
The lift of the trophy that tells us that the best team in the land has been this season. Manchester City, Premier League champions.
Do you think what they have done, points total, some of the other records that they've broken, has that affected the way people look at what you've done here?
I think so.
In a negative way? Do you think that's where some of the negativity has come from?
I always say that success depends on yourself, but depends on the others. Depends also on the others.
So it's relative?
It's relative.
Would you ever see yourself as a negative manager, which has been... You're smiling. Why are you smiling?
I'm smiling because Pep did 100 points.
Yeah.
I did 100 points in Spain.
Yeah.
They beat the record of goals. I beat the record of goals in Spain. 126 goals in La Liga. To be champion on On the second season, I was in the first season. To win 2 titles in the second season, League Cup and the Premiership, I did in the first season.
So is it unfair then? Why do people say you play negative
Of course it is
football?
unfair. Of course it is unfair, but in life, when you repeat and repeat and repeat and you have an agenda, people hits it and people believes that is true, but that's a reality.
I know you said recently about some players not feeling the same way that you feel about the game. Do you sometimes feel a frustration with the, sort of the next generation of footballers coming through?
Yeah.
Because they don't feel that?
You know, there is the rule and there is the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
There are young, fantastic players that are surrounded by fantastic people, good families, good agents, good entourage, and they have the personality to understand football that way. There are others that are influenced by what the world is now, what society is now, and then they don't reach the potential they could. And honestly, that's something that frustrates me, because I know that there are millions of kids around the world that would like to be football players, but God gave them different talents and different opportunities. So when a player has that, I'm really upset that the player doesn't fulfill the potential.
And Chelsea have scored! And it's Didier Drogba!
Tell us a little bit about your love affair with the FA Cup. How far back does it go? What do you remember about the competition?
First of all, meant a lot the FA Cup that I won. Was an amazing feeling. Was the only competition that I didn't had at that time in England. Was the first final at the new Wembley. Was against the champions. Honestly, meant a lot. But I understand the meaning of your question, and I was born in '63. I was born in the times where not many football matches on our Portuguese TV, a part of our domestic competition. So the FA Cup was the kind of match everybody was waiting. Then at that time, you get it under the skin. So when football and life bring you to the country and you have the chance to play one of these matches, you feel like I did it. Because to arrive at this level, it means that you did something great with your career.
Is there still something special for you to walk out on an occasion like that, with your half the stadium packed with your fans, the emotion of the occasion? Does that still mean something to you? Does it still get the juices flowing, if you like?
It's probably the only thing I didn't change 1 inch since I start my career, is exactly on the feeling before a big match, the meal that is not an easy meal before the big match, the focus, the concentration, the desire, is the only thing that didn't change, and that will never change.
What do you like on the day? Are you quiet?
I like to play.
What?
I like the match.
So you're desperate for it to get started?
Yes, I want the match. It's the only way where I can relax. It's the only way where I stop thinking about other things. It's the only way I really have the pleasure of being where I am. I like absolutely nothing. The only thing I like is the match.
Pogba with the ball into Sanchez! United level! And Herrera is the player who's rifled United in front. It's their day in the semi. They'll be back here in May.
What would it mean to you, to this club, and to the fans, do you think, to win an FA Cup this season, to finish the season on a silverware high?
You know, I probably have a different perspective. I'm not going to judge my team, my players, my work by winning or not winning the FA Cup. Not at all. It's not a match that is going to make me think different. But you look at it in a more pragmatic way, and yes, if you manage to win a competition like the FA Cup and you finish runner-up in the Premier League, then you can say was was a good season, and the meaning of a final is always the meaning of a final.
I remember interviewing Sir Alex a few years ago before a cup final, and he said, the one thing my wife always tells me is smile more. He says, you look a bit miserable sometimes. What does your family say when they see you on television, when they see you at the side of the pitch? What does your family say to you?
My family, when they are with me, they only see me laughing.
So are you different?
Of course I'm different. Of course I'm different. My friends, they think I am a funny guy. They really think, they really enjoy with me. They know what I am. My family knows the same. Football for me is not a joke. It's serious stuff. And you know, people see me where? On the bench, on the touchline. Sometimes I have a smile, but I'm working. When I am in press conferences, I don't enjoy. So if I don't enjoy, I will not be...
It's hard to smile if you don't enjoy it.
It's hard to smile. So people doesn't know me, but I don't want people to know me. I want people to look at me as a football manager and live my private life to myself and to the ones I love.
I think you cracked a smile there. So are you enjoying this?
I'm enjoying because I know that it's in the end.
Listen, it's really good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the cup final.